to today's broadcast.
That's good. Thank you. All right, so we're obviously our message today is the victim. Probably, as always, at our church, it's probably going to come out a whole nother angle than it's written. But, you know, I know you have people that are victims. Things have happened to them that could be unfair. They could have been exploited or played or manipulated in particular ways. And we used to say, we say, back in the day, they've been victimized, right? But we're probably going to hit a different type of victim today, right? And these are people that probably wear the costume or play the part of a victim, but may not necessarily be victims. You know, it's when you think of a victim, they're almost helpless, right? But there are people that play the part of being helpless, but they're not really helpless. Which we'll see how you relate or identify to this. All right. So, and the thing is, like, you know, a lot of times when people are victimized, they fall into situations of pain, or the person that how do I want to say is playing the role. They had this line that they use a lot when they're uncomfortable. Any type of uncomfortable, I don't know what to do. Now, normally you use the I don't know what to do line when you've exhausted everything you could do. But when we fall into this, we're going to say this victim trap, we're not even, see, once I've gotten to a place where I'm uncomfortable, then guess what? I can get the attention as a victim. So why should I even try to figure out what to do? If I present myself as a victim, then somebody else will come to the rescue. You know, my son used to do that. You were going to see this, I know. So he would, Mom, they told me I had to call them. You know, so like that. She'd be like, boy, give me the number. Right? Just give me the number. What? And one day I watched them. You know, I was watching her. I've told this story before. I was watching her in the kitchen, watched him in the living room. We had this divider. And I saw this dude. He was supposed to clean up something. So he presented it like it was difficult. Like, Ma, I got, so you need me to do what? She was like, like give me the vacuum or give me. And I said, look at this. He knows I'm going to get a response. She going to take care of it, right? So they jump to the conclusion of I don't know what to do. They haven't exhausted all the options, but they just jump to the conclusion because they want to be what? The victim, right? And so we have to learn how to embrace the pressure to change. And so sometimes when we're uncomfortable or things seem insurmountable or we have a new challenge, it's just placing a demand on you to change. It's not presenting an insurmountable situation. It's just presenting a situation that you have not dealt with yet, right? So we must discover in our lives that stretching is necessary, right? So Cynthia, we're trying to get beyond where we are. We're trying to do what we haven't done before, so we might have to stretch beyond where we are, right? So what God to do is put us in situations so we really can see what's in us. Like if you take a baby that's never swam before and you throw them in a pool, most of the time they're going to start swimming. They're not going to say, I don't know what to do, right? Because they don't know they can't swim. When I first got hired for the church, I was the youth director, athletic director, PE instructor for the school. But it started with kindergarten and first grade. And so we did an after-school program, and it was football, basketball. But with basketball, I had the kids using both of their hands. So they would dribble right hand, dribble left hand, shoot right hand, shoot left hand. Some of the parents would come and say, no, Jimmy, you're right-handed. I would go, shh, they don't know the difference, right? So they didn't go, How do I use this hand? You see, they didn't pull the victim card. They just figured it out, right? And sometimes we have to return to the ability to tap into wisdom. My wife says something. See, if I tapping into wisdom, it's not about me, right? It's about me discovering what's necessary to change so I can benefit others. And so my wife was saying something in her teaching. She said, we have to heal. She said, I have it here somewhere. She said, we must realize healing comes when we take the focus off of ourselves. But the victim wants all the attention on them, right? Right? They don't, but we're not going to heal if it's just, or like when my first day of school, I actually was supposed to be in first grade, but they put me in the fourth grade class. And the person that was supposed to be in the fourth grade class, they put him in the first grade class. Now you think it would be obvious, this big kid in the first grade class, and this little kid, they gave me, they must not have been teaching them because everybody was reading cartoons, but I couldn't really read. So I was sitting there, and then sitting there for a while, for as long as I could, right? And then I went up to the teacher. I ain't supposed to be in here, right? You just like, I'm not supposed to be in here, so I get to my right class with these. I don't want to be with these big kids, right? But some of us play that for everything. They did me wrong. I should be starting on the team, but they like Jimmy better than me. Like we always pulling a victim card, right? They promoted me. One guy comes to my office. Well, I ain't say your name, but you know who you are. All right, so he comes to my office. This is when I was over the ministers and the deacons, and so there was an ordination, but he didn't get ordained. So he comes to my office, man. My challenge being here is, they're trying to hold me back. I'm called, they hold me back. I said, oh, man, they're holding you back. I said, so now we have a training track, correct? He said, yeah, we have a training track. I said, so we have classes we have to take? I said, so did you take all the classes? Well, most of them, I took all the classes. I said, so, and then we also have assignments. You had to participate in children's ministry, youth ministry, things like you had to experience all the ministries. You know what I'm saying? So some of them was going to be more humbling than others. You might not want to be with the kids because you want to be behind the pulpit. And so I said, well, let me explain. I have a graph, and every class you take has color on it. And if all your line across is all colored, you've taken all the classes. If they're blank, you haven't. So I pulled up his graph. I said, does this look familiar? And it might be like 1 or 2 or 3 colors was on the graph because he wasn't taking no classes. Like maybe 3 out of 20. And I said, so now, why you feel you being held back? I said, I see if you met the qualifications and got played, but you didn't even meet the qualifications. Maybe you felt longevity and proximity equals promotion. I've been around long enough. No one's been around as long as I have. I'm in close proximity, so surely by now I should be promoted, even though I have not passed none of the tests, right? I'm feeling what? Entitled. See, the victim always feels entitled, right? Oh, so we good? We good? I know none of y'all, these are probably some people y'all know, right? Nobody's deal with this. And I thought about Joseph. I thought about how Joseph, everything was handed to him at one time. But my wife pointed this out. He went through all that he went through to learn how to be a better administrator. So what he went through assisted him in actually, when he became prime minister, he actually could take over the job, handle the job a whole lot better, right? Why? He was able to handle the job a whole lot better because he embraced what he was going through, he didn't play the victim, right? Does that make sense so far? All right, so just stay with me here. So this victim person, let's see. See, this this victim person manipulates people into caring or focusing on them, because they don't trust people will care and focus on them on their own. So I have to create a scenario. So all the attention will be on me. You see what I'm saying? So I'll do things or embrace things, you know. Okay, so y'all might not know this victim. They're around you all the time. The person not only may be depressed, but magnifies the depression. You know, see, I'm doing better. My depression slipped up on me this week, and but I'm handling it quite well. And it's so interesting how the depression shows up when they're supposed to be handling some business. All of a sudden, depression always seems to like visit the house around the time when they were supposed to do something. So now people take their attention off of them, off of what they're supposed to do, and focus on what? Oh, you okay? Baby, you okay? See, that victim tries that. Now, so I use me so when I was in high school, I didn't realize this until I started working with juveniles in New York. But when I was in high school, I don't know, I just walk around school sometimes depressed or with a funky attitude and so people go, keep, man, you good? Yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. You all right? So the whole day, I got people asking me, am I all right? There's nothing wrong with me. Well, why are you using all your intellect to draw negative attention? Why do you have to be the victim? Why can't you be the victor? Right? The victor, the person that showed up with the injury, you could win. I'm not going to get into that because I have various opinions on different things. All right. See, some of the victims have never left the womb of nurturing. They're still bound by the limits of the matrix. The purpose of the womb was to nurture you. All the attention's on you. Hey, Tanya, you can't eat that. You're pregnant. Baby hungry, right? Baby hungry. Some people eat stuff they never ate before, right? Because, I'm eating for two, whatever the case may be. But everything is on attention. There's certain things you can't do. You're not supposed to drink or different things like that, right? And so when a child comes out the womb, they're helpless, right? When a baby comes out the womb, they're helpless, right? When a baby comes out the womb, they're helpless, right? But they're not helpless for the rest of their life. They're helpless for a period of time. Like, okay, they can't crawl or walk. So you carry them. They're not a victim. But what if they just decide not to walk? So you just keep on carrying them. You know how some babies, mommy. No, you better walk. Or in some case, mommy will keep picking them up. So there's like, why is your child like 1.5 and still can't walk? Because they played the victim. You fell for it. Now they haven't had to walk. Or, some kids struggle with speaking because they have little brothers and sisters that be speaking for them. So like when they want something, the older brother or sister says, Johnny wants something to eat. So they keep speaking for the child's not what? Speaking for themselves. As they get older, some people do the same thing. Create a victim, you have somebody else speaking for them. Right? Yeah, they're upset because of such and such. Are they really? How? You know this how? Is it the reason why they couldn't articulate it themselves? See, the victim walks around with says stuff like, I know Misty don't like me. I haven't talked to Misty. But I'm trying to draw attention from Ray. Right? I want Ray to like, Ray, see, I don't think, Misty be looking at me all crazy and stuff like that. I don't think she liked me. And now Ray going, man, that's a shame Misty don't like you. You're a nice guy. Now I'm going, look, I got Ray feed me. I am. But I don't think she thinks I'm special. No, I think you're special. I don't think she thinks I'm smart. You're pretty smart. I don't think she thinks I'm strong. You know, you're pretty strong. Look, the victim is trying to get themselves fed because they don't want to step up, be smart, be strong. You see what I'm saying? All right, so just follow me. Follow me so far, all right? All right, because we can't, you know, we about to cross over to this next level. We can't be walking around with that victim mentality. The victim has turned nourishment into nasty. What's supposed to be nourishment, they've turned into nasty. They've turned care into control. Simple care is into control. So parents are supposed to care for you, right? That's pretty normal. But the victim is getting an overdose. And now it becomes control. Now it becomes enablement. Right? Something that you're supposed to do naturally. Now they're getting they OD. Right? And now they're not getting what's best for them. What started out helping them is now handicapping them. Right? See, it's like, you know, so you have the marriage and you got the spouse that's always running home to the parents. It's things, well, I didn't mess that up. You messed it up. Well, tell you what, I'm out of here. And they go back home. Wait a minute. We're having to leave and cleave. Why they running home? Because they running home to somebody that's going to keep feeding those drugs. Remember they done OD'd on pacification. I know that's not a word, but they done OD'd on it. So they got to go get their fix because the relationship is challenging them to change. But I'm not going to I'm not going to embrace the change. I'm going to run to, was it Cheers? Sometimes you like to know where everybody knows you. Sometimes you like to go where everybody knows your name. Right? You want to go someplace where everybody pumping you up. That's why people are stuck on campuses. At 38. You're supposed to graduate at 21. You're still back on the campus because you was big man on campus and you going where. Yeah, remember back in, I think it was about 85, man. But we dominated, man. We dominated. Man, grow up, man. It's over, man. It's over. That championship is over, right? But you trying to, victims are self-drinkers. They just always drink. It's all about self. Turning everything into a about them situation. They're ignoring me. Is what the victim says. But the victor, they so busy winning, they draw attention. What about me? What about what I need? That's the victim, right? The victor puts themselves in a position where you can't help but to take care of them. They boxing me out. They purposely are setting this thing up to stop me from my promotion. As the Star Wars Anakin Skywalker. You trying to stop me from doing what I'm supposed to do. You trying to hold me back. He's telling, I think, Obi-Wan Kenobi or something. He said, man, what, are you kidding me? He's like, the whole thing is, I'm trying to train you to be, in this particular movie, a Jedi warrior. You don't know what it takes to be one, but you're telling me I'm not preparing you to be one. Based on what? You uncomfortable? There's no fulfillment at your convenience, all right? This victim only does things for attention. All the attention has to be on them. I heard a couple of sportscasters call it controlling the narrative. This is what the narrative is. You do something, I see it, I determine my narrative based on the fruit that I see. But you try to twist it to control the narrative to make sure you're still the victim, right? Because you may just be wrong. You may just be irresponsible. You may just be out of shape. You may just be a lush. You just may be that at this stage of your life. At a certain stage of our lives, we may just talk too much. At that stage. But no, it has to be somebody trying to play us. Everybody trying to play you. The police officer trying to play you. Mind you, you were speeding. But no, he profiling now. But who was speeding? See, the victim is always like, I'm not going to get into that. I'll just keep going. All right, so God is asking, can we just stop trying to draw all attention to ourselves, and can we just celebrate others? See, the victim don't want to celebrate nobody. Birthdays come around, nobody bought me nothing because it ain't your birthday. That's why. Let me help you out. Newsflash. It ain't your birthday. Nobody bought you nothing because it's not your birthday. This is your opportunity to celebrate someone else's birthday. That's why nobody bought you nothing. Just in case nobody told you, I'm telling you. It ain't your time. It ain't your time to shine. It's their time to shine. But you can almost baby people. I know parents and grandparents that buy stuff for all the kids at the same time because you don't want nobody to be slighted. All you're doing is training victims. Because when they go to the job to get hired, they're not going to hire them because everybody was hired. They're not like, oh, well, we'll just hire you because we don't want you to feel bad. It don't work that way. No, if you don't qualify, you're not getting the job. Guess what? They don't get promoted to the next grade because other people got promoted to the next grade. Actually, we went to graduation this morning, RJ Carroll, and they said 94% of the people graduated. So my wife said, oh, 6, and she didn't hear him. So she said, no, maybe 96%. She says, oh, she didn't hear him. She thought he said 96. So she said, oh, 4 people. I said, no, baby, 4%. And so what I thought about, because it's a pretty prestigious school, I think they got $13 million worth of scholarships. And, the students, the graduating class. But the interesting thing is, what I thought about is the people that didn't graduate. I just thought about it. I was just like, whoa, like, there was some irresponsible folk in the school. How come they didn't graduate everybody? 100%. I guarantee some people play the victim. See, that teacher don't like me. Mom, Dad, that teacher don't like me. The parent that shows up at the game, I don't understand why my kid's not playing. Because they ain't good enough. How about that? Why don't you take them home, work on that game. Don't just show up at the game when you just got off work. And because your kid, you feel they're making you look bad, you're going to go off and try to get them to play because you paid your fee. How about you invest in their game? How about trying that? But so the kid's the victim and the parents walking around like victims. No, the kid can't play. That's why he's not playing. But some of us, we're creating victims. We're in a culture of victims. Everybody offended. They talked about me. They talking about my color. They talk about my clothes. We got an activist for everything now. I guarantee he's going to be an activist for skinny jeans. Folk, taking the podium. They're against our kids today because they're wearing skinny jeans and, they're trying to exploit our children. Kids need to wear skinny jeans, so they can get through the wind better. Stop. So everything is like, you're a victim now, right? All right, so I just want us to say, the scripture says this in Galatians 5. Let's go to Galatians 5. Right? I know that's none of us. So Galatians 5:26, it says we have to get past vanity. It says, let us not be desirous. Look, so when we attach our desire to something, it's saying of vain glory, provoking one another and envying one another. See, we're celebrating folk. Not you celebrate to elevate. See, Ray got no look. He in purpose. I just don't think it's fair. I'm probably never gonna do something once Ray does it. So I'm on a choir. I'm on a choir. So I'm singing on a choir. Now for me, I'm struggling with this whole choir thing, but I'm trying to work through it. But just in case, I got my victim card. It's in my back pocket. Remember how we played Monopoly? what is it, the get out jail free card. I got my victim card, just escape route, just in case somebody notices I'm struggling with my singing here. So then Ed comes on the team. What I hear in Ed's voice sounds better to me than my voice. Now, mind you, the person assessing us doesn't think that, but I can whip that thing out. I can whip my victim card out in a minute. So now for me, see, they like Ed better than me. So now I leave the choir, but they needed both of our voices, right, to create one sound. I leave the choir because I like Ed's voice better. As if there's one, what do you sing? Tenor? It's like one tenor. That's it. There's only one tenor allowed. Ed sing tenor, I'm out. I'm in college. Remember, my church didn't play in high school. And so I'm on the team. They put me on the farm team when I first walked on and made me captain. They had other recruits. I wasn't recruited, made me captain. So I'm on the team. I'm in. So I looked at the next year and I said, okay, 1, 2, 3, counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that guy, he got some sweet shorts from his high school. He's probably a recruit. Yeah, they got their team. I didn't even show up. So they sent scouts, everybody. Keith, there was one like, where was you at a trial? I said something cool, Nort cool. Man, what I look like, man? Running up and down, doing all them suicides, ain't gonna play. Man, please. That's what I said on the outside. On the inside, I was like, what y'all need me? What you need me to do? See, and then I start, see, man, it's favoritism, I just made all these excuses. It wasn't favoritism. It was insecurity. Obviously, eventually I played for the team, but I had to get over my insecurity. Wasn't nobody showing up in my dorm going, oh, you okay? We played you, didn't we? You all right? Hey, come on, man. Come on back. Come on, buddy. Buddy, come on. No. And let me tell you how God tested me. When I finally did come back to trial, they thought I was a head case. So 2-day tryout, the coach every day, he was like, I need another day. I can be like, everybody else got 2 days. Why I gotta have 3? Because I'm already under pressure. Like, dude, this was excruciating for 2 days. Ain't that enough? I did well for 2 days. You're gonna make me crack, in your mind. But I had to be excellent another day. Then I came back. I need another day. Then the next day, the coach was sick, the head coach. So another day goes by. Then I come back again. I need another day. I was like, are we serious right now? But I could have done what I've done before, played the victim card. See, nobody in the history of this team, I don't know the history, has ever had a child more than 2 days. How can they do that? But I just said, whatever it takes, I'm going to do. However uncomfortable. Instead of what? Playing the victim card. For a long time, I played the victim card. See, because I was raised with foster parents and they left me with strangers. All I've gone through, the rejection, the humiliation, the abuse, the mental anguish. That's why I cuss people out on a consistent basis on my college campus. I'm justified because of all that I've gone through. Who could survive such terrible plights? But I'm not being dramatic, but that's how we are though. We done created our whole scenario. Son, I got to use you one more time. This is probably the 3rd time. You probably turn this video off when you see it. So, was me? I think me and you was talking about this the other day. Like, so my son was in a situation where he was being highly recruited, tons of letters and stuff like that. So he was working out with the team he wanted to play for. He was in high school. He was working out with the college team. It's a Division I school, and so, but he had to pass one of the exams, SAT, AC. I think it was ACT, just 1 point, but he was kicking it too. So instead of him focusing on that, kind of took it for granted because I'm working out with the team. They probably, I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he thought they would just grandfather him in. No, you got to pass this test. Well, he never did, so he didn't get that scholarship. That's how he ended up at the junior college. And so for a long time, he's like, everything, ever since what happened to me at that one school, I was doing fine until that happened to me. And one day I had to stop and say, son, you're saying it like as if you was in the school and they stole your scholarship. You never got into school. So how are you a victim? You didn't pass the test. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, we're not doing what we're supposed to do, but no, we got our hand on back part. What? Remember, like, diplomatic immunity? Victim. Like, soon as somebody go, hey, you're not handling your business. Hey, don't put me down. I'm a victim. And that's the number one line for a victim. You trying to put me down. No, I'm trying to challenge you to go up. All right, so just stay with me here. Scripture talks about people vain in their imaginations separate themselves from God. How God's trying to elevate them. See, victims play the victim. They're not really victims. They're just lost victors. And so the Bible has a few examples. Let's go to John chapter 5. This is my wife's favorite guy in the Bible that tried to play the victim. So John chapter 5, I'm going to run through a few of these real quick. John chapter 5, I'm starting at verse 2. It says, now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches. And these lay great multitude of impotent folk, of blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the waters. Whosoever then first, after the troubling of the waters, stepped in was made whole of whatever disease he had. And that's why you need to call your angels to assist in manifesting your healing, right? And a certain man was there which had an infirmity 38 years. Played the victim for 38 years. It says when Jesus saw him lie, he knew that he had been now a long time in that case. And he said to him, will thou be made whole? Really, he's asking the question like, you by the pool, bro. And the impotent man answered him, sir, I have no man when the water is troubled to put me into the pool. But while I am coming, another steppeth down before me. See, again, playing the victim. Man, do the snake, spin, squirm, do whatever it takes, man, get in the pool, man. But you sit there and you play the victim. Let's go over to Mark 4. Let's go to Mark 4 real quick. I'm going to run through these, so try to keep up. Mark 4, 38 through 40. Mark 4, 38 through 40. And verse 38, it says, and he was in the hinder part of the ship, asleep on a pillow. And they awake him and say unto him, Master, carest thou not that we perish? And he arose and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, Peace be still. And the wind ceased, and there was great calm. And he said unto them, why are you so fearful? How is it that you have no faith? Why are you playing the victim? I gave everyone a measure of faith. Why you just didn't use it? See, God's saying that a lot to us. Like, we're sitting there going, look, I don't know how I'm going to pay that bill. Jesus is showing up saying, why are you so fearful? Where's your faith? Why are you trying to play the victim all the time? Come on, man. We just stop. God's taking away all of our excuses. That's why the scripture says do all things without murmuring and complaining. Philippians 2:14. Why? It's like, what you complaining about? Why are you magnifying the negative is what it's saying. Because you want an excuse. You magnifying your justification for not handling your part, your business, right? And so I'm going to give you this passage. We don't necessarily have to turn there, but Luke 15, 25 through 32. So we know the story of the prodigal son, right? You know, he went to the far country, spent everything, came back, and the father threw a party. Well, the 25, 32 is the end of the story. Where the son showed up from the son that was stayed back at the house. Now, if you read the story, it said that the father gave them the possession. He split the possession. See, the victim asked asked the other son, hey, go ask dad for our stuff. He didn't even ask. He said, you go ask. So he took it and he went and spent it all up. He didn't go nowhere because he was compliant. So his significance was compliance. See, I'm staying back with you, Dad. Mind you, I'm not leaping. I'm not chasing no dreams. But look, I'm always here at the house. Dad was probably sitting up in the bedroom going, where that boy moving? You're going to chase some dreams, something. Leap, do anything. Besides standing around here getting on our nerves. You're 40. You need to be doing something. Right? So it says he out in the field being compliant like he always is. You know, drinking his victim Kool-Aid. And he comes back, he said, yo, fellas, what's all that partying? He says, well, your brother's back. So why is there a party then? Well, his brothers came back and his dad is celebrating his return. Man, this dude went out, blew everything, come back and he throwing a party. So he was outside on the porch, what? Playing the victim. Why you think he went outside on the porch? So somebody come out, you okay? And his dad comes out, son, you all right? What's the matter? See, I don't understand. I've been here. He went out and blew everything. He threw a party. He said, man, your brother was lost, man. He's found. We're celebrating because he actually, now he's came back with appreciation. He values things. He's about to go to another level. That's what it's all about. He says, but son, you was here the whole time. You had access to everything. You have not because you asked not. Why are you tripping? What he discovered, you already had. But instead of the son using it to his advantage, he playing the victim card. But I've been compliant. Nobody's been compliant as hard as I've been. Come on, man, stop. We got to stop. We really have to stop. See, a lot of times we're in situations and we're going, I can't believe this is happening. Why God is letting this happen? And we play the victim card. But the scripture says it's not God's fault. Could it be we've been drawn away by our own lust and enticed? That's what the scripture says. James chapter 1. James chapter 1:12. It says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, not plays the victim. It says, for when he is tested or tried, it says he shall receive a crown of life, which the Lord has promised to them that love him. Let no man say when he is tempted or tested, I'm tempted of God. I can't believe God is taking me through this. For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. But every man is tempted, look, when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. And when lust has conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And when sin is finished, it bringeth forth death. So could it be somebody allowed themselves to get caught up in lust and don't know that lust comes with a package of chaos, craziness, and catastrophe? It blinds you so you missed opportunity to see things. It cuts off your signal to hear God, so you might not be hearing, don't go there, don't do it. You might not hear that because now you're clouded. Your signal's been cut off. Could it be the lust? No. God's treating you unfair. God loves Kyron better than you. That's what it is. It surely is not something you are doing. See, we ain't thinking about the lust because lust creates blind spots. It blinds us. And this is what a blind spot is. I see you, but I can't see me. You may tell somebody what they're doing and you doing 10 times worse than what they're doing. You may expect things that you're not even given. Well, I just need you to think about me more. And you think about no one. And mad. No. Not only you make the statement, you mad. Can't believe nobody thinking about me. And you think about who? No one showed up. You show up for who? That's what lust will do. And the whole time, you playing the victim when... Could it be you've been drawn away from your own lust and enticed based on what the scripture says? Or we or any of us, y'all know what I'm talking about. See, that's why the scripture says God is not mocked. Whatsoever man soweth, that he shall reap. What he's saying is, you playing the victim guard, you reaping what you sow. And you don't want to stop to look and measure what you've sown. You want to stay focused on the victim, but not find out where you really are, and become a victor. Because you have to be honest with yourself, right? Amen. But they played me. Cards, I've been dealt some bad cards. Well, find a winning hand, man. Everybody in the building has been dealt bad cards. We born in sin and shaping in iniquity. Man, the stories up in this piece, I like the stuff that people went through. And as you start hearing all the story, are you really the victim? We just had a situation where a person was trying to evolve through stuff, but every time they showed up for their advisory team, they would, ever since I've been dealing with this, my schizophrenia. So it's like they own it now, And so they kept playing the card, understand? Because when I get through this schizophrenia, then I'll be okay. And my medications, I would do more. I would get a job. I would chase my dreams, but because of my medication. Okay, so let me ask you this. Let's say it's true. Let's say you've been dealing with some mental stuff, and let's say you're taking medication. So you stuck? So leave you alone? Don't challenge you? Medication. It's just like the immune card. I'm on medication, and sometimes I fall asleep, so I cannot really do my job, and you guys have to let me go home early. And stop it. You ain't trying to get past the medication because it's your victim card. See, I want to keep the mud on so everybody can go, well, we could try to get her to do more, but ever since she started dealing with that mud, it's been so ridiculous. So some of us is medication. Some of us is the abuse we went through. But I ain't walking around, ever since they choked me. I just keep picturing the hands wrapped around my neck. At night, it's hard for me to go to sleep and breathe because I have nightmares of hands. Stop. I mean, what I'm saying is the scripture tells us to move forward. It tells us not to magnify those things. It doesn't say they didn't happen to us, but it's saying you can't allow those things to have more weight than God's ability to deliver you. That's all I'm saying. I know I said stop because I meant it. Adam tried to play the victim. But the reality is he chose his gift, Eve, over obedience to God. Remember? It's the woman you gave me. Was it the woman you gave you? Or was it you like, man, I wasn't used to having nobody. I could be obedient on this one, save everybody, or I can jump in too. Same thing, Eve. Eve tried to play the victim, right? The reality is she was too busy to pay attention and easily distracted. No. See, there was the serpent. No, it wasn't. What he told you was a lie, but since you wasn't paying attention, you didn't know exactly what was said. Right? And you were easily distracted. Oh, looks like it can make one wise. It looks pleasant to the eyes. Right? Lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and pride of life. Just take responsibility. Cain, he tried to play the victim. The reality is he didn't give his best. His brother Abel gave his till of the ground. One was till of the ground. One was what was it? Keeper of the sheep, right? So when it was time to give offering, they had to give their best, their first fruits, the best of what they had. So that's, remember, minister bread for your food and seed to sow. That was the seed to keep things replenished. I mean, they starting stuff, right? So Abel understood this. It's like, man, I'm just happy that I got all this stuff from God. Here, let me give you my best. Cain was like, well, I'm willing to spare that. No, nobody want that anyway. I'll give that to God. God accepted Abel's offering, didn't accept Cain. Cain got mad. God said, well, why are you mad? All you got to do is adjust yourself to give your best. But he played the victim. See, you like Abel more than me. Killed him. He was such a victim, he killed them. Well, I have to remove him because that's the only way I can be on top. No. How about just giving your best? That's an option, right? So everybody's playing these victims. But I noticed something as I was studying this out. Satan never tried to play the victim. He didn't make no excuse. Well, it was like, Eve said, well, it was the serpent. The serpent just got punished. He didn't even open his mouth to say, well, actually, I guess they ran out of folk. It wasn't nobody else. Yeah, I started it all. You got me. What do I need to do? What you going to do with me now? I'm already kicked down here. So what else? Right? So everybody plays the victim. And I was thinking of something. Why does misery love company? I'm in misery, so now I got to find other people to make sure they're miserable too. That's a victim mentality. Victim mentality is, I'm going to show everybody how to overcome misery. See, we got to change what our focus is, and it's a default. Is if there's a dead moment, don't nobody care about you. But as long as there's accolades and promotions, everybody's excited. But as soon as there's not accolades, there's promotions, no one puts you in a position, all of a sudden, victim. I'm a victim. But the Bible talks about a wilderness. There's a wilderness test. There's seasons of isolation where you can only depend on God. It says the wilderness is to humble you, to prove you, so you would know what's in your heart, whether you'll keep his commandments or not when he gives you all he has for you. The Bible never says everything is going to be exciting and exhilarating every step of the way. Only victims think that. Victors know that's not true. Victims understand that quiet seasons, there's so much more being worked on the inside than when there's a lot going on, seasons of excitement. Victims learn a lot from the bench. I mean, victors learn a lot from the bench. Victims are on the bench for the rest of their lives. I was on the bench. I learned more about basketball. Matter of fact, I said that. I said, okay, I don't think I deserve to be here. I said, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to learn as much as I can about this game. I learned more than I would have learned if I was playing. My delay in ministry, and trust me, it was some situations, some people would come in behind and be like, yeah, we're gonna promote this person to such and such. I was like, they just got here, like, hello. And then, then the person, they talk about the people. They must, yeah, we're going to put this person over here and do this. And on the inside, I'd be like, hello. Hello, I'm here. Anybody want to say something good about me today? What you going to do with me today? What are the steps I'm going to take? Yeah, so just go down the list. What we're going to do with you is we're going to put you in missions, and you're going to be taking this step, and that step. Well, you know what I see in you, Ray Lomax? I see a platform ministering to thousands all over the world. But you're going to have to go through really discipline in the word. You're going to have to spend some time in growing in your, sharpening your discernment and your anointing at another level. And Gerard, what I see in you is a supernatural ability to see what people think. Keith, well, it's so phenomenal. I just can't say it all right now. No, that's cool. You can say it. No, Keith. It's, we don't want to spoil the fun. Nah, it's cool. You can spoil the fun. You can tell everybody if you want to. I don't really care. Just tell me something. And so you're in your mind, you can say, what about me? What about what I'll be? You can say that in your mind, but you gotta know God has a plan. Look at what Joseph went through. Look at what David went through. Look at what listen, David was anointed king. First of all, He wasn't even put in the king training. Soldier. His brothers were soldiers. They were on king paths. So imagine they show up, hey, we're going to take Jethro, Pete, and Bob, and they're going to be some of our top soldiers. Right? So, but David wasn't even there for the selection process. His dad was like, man, going out there, you're going to make us look bad. Going out there and tend them sheep, man. I don't want them to think that I don't have a good stock. These are top recruits. You ain't no top recruit. Just going out there. But the whole time, God was preparing him. Look, with sheep. Like, no, not with soldiers, not, yo, what you do today? Yo, yeah, I did good, man. About 300 soldiers, man. I took them folk out. My accuracy was ridiculous today. Oh, they was coming at me left and right. Yeah, I'm about to go to another level. They talked about promoting me, moving me to sergeant. What was David talking about? Yeah, I caught the 3 sheep that almost went off the cliff today. Real tough day for me, right? But the whole time he was being set up. But suppose he played the victim. I don't understand why I'm out here with sheep. They with the soldiers. Ain't nobody gonna see me. Nobody gonna see me out here. Then they come and anoint him king. So now you justify, right? You anoint the king. They send him back out with the sheep. Wait a minute, man. I just got anointed king. Yeah. Don't I get on the bus to go to boot camp and go to the palace? Like because I'm the king. No. You go back out there with the sheep. Go on now. Still, and then when he became a soldier, he still wasn't king. He's out on the front lines. Still didn't play the victim card. Then the king tried to kill him because he realized, oh, you gonna take my job. Could have easily played the victim card. Man, he throwing javelins and stuff at me, man. I ain't even do nothing. Still kept his head. Why we jump to the victim card so easily? Saul tried to play the victim card after he just wasn't obedient. 1 Samuel 15:22 says, I'd rather obedience than sacrifice. God gave him specific instructions. He didn't carry him out, got overconfident. Oh, I know what God said, but sometimes God's busy, so let me help him. No, he told you exactly what he wanted you to do. Twice he didn't do it. He said, man, you're not ready for this stone. I'm taking it from you. See? Everybody was trying to play me, man. No, you weren't obedient. See, look at our lives. Are we getting played or are we not obedient? Do we just don't trust God? Are we not? See, when you trust God, you're obedient to what God tells you to do. You're right in line with your purpose to do. Why would God endorse disobedience? See, in our minds, our God, my wife always talk about, my God understands. Your God, not the God. The God, why would he need to? I'm God. I got the designs. I'm showing you where you fit on the plans. I'm giving you the specific instructions to be fulfilled. You either neglecting them, ignoring them, you don't believe them, you don't trust them. You're in your own head. You've become your own God, vanity, desiring vanity. So you're leading yourself thinking you're going to get fulfillment from me. No. If you're leading yourself, get fulfillment from yourself. Don't play the victim card. If you believe how you think is more powerful than what God says, then you should be happy because you're getting exactly what you want, what you are lining up. Your thoughts, your way of looking at things, because somebody will tell you what God. See, no, I don't really. I had a friend who's played in the league. Yeah, you probably remember this. How he talked to me, he says, he just called me Brad. So Brad, I disagree. I don't believe that. Absolute statement. Fine. You can disagree if you want to, but your disagreement doesn't mean that it's not true. Your disagreement just means you don't believe it. Well, fine. You don't get what you don't believe. It's okay. But if you decide not to believe something, I hope what you're believing is going to facilitate your fulfillment. Because right now, we're all getting the results of what? What we believe. If we're honest with ourselves, unless we're playing a victim card, then we're not getting the results of what we believe. Somebody's forcing these bad results on us and nobody checked with us. But in all honesty, we're getting the results of what we believe. So let's say today we go out and we go, oh, this is a powerful word, mental assent. I see this and I need to change. But then we leave out the door and we decide, yeah, but I'm just going to do my own thing for the night. That's what you believe. And guess what you're going to get? The results of it. Don't complain. Don't play the victim. I don't understand why things are not at the level that I have. You find yourself, you want to be at a certain level, you're not there. Honestly, I'm behind and not where I'm going to be because of me. I'll just be honest, because of me. Some things I might have been naive. Some things I might have been irresponsible. Some things I didn't know. But the bottom line is I wasn't putting myself in a position to know or be obedient or really to see and hear clearly. I was trying to take the path of least resistance. Didn't nobody tell me to start going to clubs and kicking it and stuff like that. I made that choice. And then even if I didn't start kicking it, even before that, my thoughts wasn't all pure. I wasn't all word. I wasn't even, man, please. I only went to church for the choirs. I'm gonna be honest. I just like hearing the music. I don't even know what the preachers were saying half the time. To be honest, I'm just, half of them was trying to sing anyway. So I didn't go there for that. I ain't know. But some of us are the same way. We're so arrogant in our own mind. You know what arrogance is, right? And I didn't say no names, but some of us are very arrogant. Can't nobody tell you nothing. That's okay. Just don't play the victim card. So if you are doing what you want to do, you should never look depressed. Because you're getting the results of what you want to do. So why are you looking depressed? Where's the confusion? I'll show you where the confusion is, right inside of your selfishness. If right now this whole life is about, if you're uncomfortable, you're irritable, you're snapping, you can't deal with being uncomfortable at all. That's how victims are. It has to go their way only. The challenge is not even an option. It just has to be favorable. That's why people start stuff, finish stuff, start stuff, finish stuff, start. Because if it's uncomfortable, I'm shifting, I'm changing. I mean, can we start something? Build, grow, endure temptation? Can we endure something? I mean, anything. Try it. Let's just take the next 6 months and think endurance. See what happens. Let's do the thing outside of our convenience. Stop using circumstances or schedules as an excuse and figure a way to stay locked in. Some of us are locked in until something comes up. Surely God understands something came up.
Thanks for tuning in to today's broadcast. To view videos or make donations, feel free to access our website at www.HEIRSCC.org. Remember, at HEIRS, we believe we're just what you prayed for.